Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me. And we are back. We're back with What If, with a brand new series. What if Deku was the god of destruction? Oh my god, I'm super excited about this What If. Super excited. This first part, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger, and I hope y'all enjoy it like to the fullest. This should be coming out on Saturday, so Sunday I don't post videos, so unfortunately, and I'm also not gonna be home Saturday, so there's no way I'm actually gonna be able to get a video out. So Sunday no vid, but trust me, I promise this is gonna bang, and I really do hope y'all enjoy it, because I enjoy making it so far. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. If you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It tells me that you're enjoying the series, and we're on the road to 7K. Hopefully by the time this comes out, we're at least on 7K or about to be at 7K. You know what I mean? And we're almost there. So yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and we're gonna get right into the what if. Let's get it. Long ago, when the universe was created, there were gods that were placed into power to look over the universe in secret. Some watched over different places or different planets, others created life, and others protected the universe itself. There was one god, though, that was rarely ever switched out or changed. This god was the embodiment of destruction. For thousands of years, the role never even needed a change, until the former god of destruction died of old age, and a new god of destruction was sent to a planet called Earth. The boy was sent into a developed society that they evolved to the point where they gained superpowers when born, other known as quirks. But what this boy didn't know is he wouldn't have a quirk, but he would have a power beyond any quirk. Sorry, kid, but you're quirkless. This boy felt his whole world crash around him at these words. Only 4 years later, after that incident, and after the fact of being told that he was quirkless in this society, something even more traumatic happened. He watched his mother die in his arms because of cancer. At the age of 8, he had nobody but himself, until a blinding light came down from the sky. Izuku Midoriya, you are the chosen one to become the next god of destruction. Midoriya falls backwards. Me? But I'm quirkless. I'm no god. Yes, you are, kid. Please take my hand and come with me. Midoriya does so and is transported away. Where am I? You are in the domain of God of Destruction. The God of Destruction. This would be your home if you choose to accept the position. What about Earth and being a hero? Well, as long as you fulfill your duties, I don't see a problem with you going to school and being a hero at all. Midoriya looks around and his eyes grow wide. But I have one more question, miss. Why do you look my age? Oh, that's because I, well, technically am. When the last god of destruction died, his angel died with him, and I was born in the place of that angel, for you. Midoriya looks in shock. So what happens if I accept being the god of destruction? I would train you, of course, to become stronger. Control all your godly powers, and you would use them to how you see fit to help this universe. Midoriya nods. Well, not like I have anywhere else to go, so you got a deal. Glad to hear that, Midoriya. Shall we begin training? Midoriya nods, and the angel taps him on the head with her staff. Now we will begin training for 3 years. 3 years? What about school? What about... She cuts him off, saying that this room will allow them to train for 3 years, only in 3 days. He nods and says how cool that is, and she agrees, and also saying that he won't actually age either, so no worries about that. For the next 3 years, Midoriya is trained by the angel, other known as Angelina. After the 3 years pass, I mean, he seems muscular, but skinny at the same time, mastering something called God Ki. which allows for him to do various things like flying, ki blasts, and other powers as the god of destruction. Well, Midoriya, I think it's time to take you back to Earth, but you will be living here from now on. Oh, okay, thank you, Angelina. No reason to thank me. I am your angel assistant at the end of the day. Midoriya is transported back to Earth and heads to school. Every day, Midoriya would go to school and then head back to the God of Destruction's world. I guess his world now. And then until he was about 12 is when he actually had his first duty to be revealed. As you can see, Midoriya, these two clans have been at war for a long time on their planet, so we will head over there to see if we can stop this fighting or whatever actions you see as fit. Midoriya nods and they land in the planet sea and at the planet and they see two clans fighting and it's like a bloodbath. Okay, Angelina, I will handle the rest. Midoriya flies and lands in front of the two clans about to resume their fighting. Please, all of you, let's think about what you're currently doing. The mass majority of the clans scream saying, "Who the hell does this kid think he is?" But the two leaders know who he is. They tell their clan to shut up, and they walk to Midoriya and kneel. We sincerely apologize, God of Destruction. No reason to apologize, just tell me what this war is about. Midoriya has heard many stories of the previous God of Destruction, but he wants to take a different role as a deity himself. The leaders say that it's about a dispute between them over territory, and who should basically assume what role in their society. Listen, you two. As leaders, I expect you both to find ways to avoid war, because I would like to only destroy when mortals cannot find a way to resolve their problems, and all they do is cause destruction for themselves. The leaders nod, asking how could they solve the disputes. That is not for me to solve, but I will come back and I hope to see your society in a better place, and if not, I will have to bring destruction. The two leaders wipe the sweat off their face, but are relieved that they are given a second chance. Okay, Angelina, we can leave now. They leave, and Angelina begins telling Midoriya that his approach is rather interesting, letting them solve their own problems for themselves, but guiding them in a way that it doesn't feel threatening. Well, you did tell me a lot about, stories, but the goal is to basically make this universe better, and if that means destruction or no destruction, then I'm fine with either one. Angelina nods, saying whatever he sees fit will be fulfilled. Until Midoriya was about 15, he continued his deity's duties as the god of destruction. But throughout these years, he was constantly bullied, but obviously he was never in real danger by any means. But the thought that other kids who wanted to be heroes would go as far as torturing other kids because of the fact that they are quote-unquote quirkless was a cause for concern. The last day of middle school approached and his teacher began talking. I was going to hand out career aptitude tests, but I know all of you want to go the hero route. The teacher throws the papers in the sky and the students scream in excitement. Calm down, calm down. We actually have two people of our very own trying out for UA. Bakugo and... What? This is Midoriya? You want to try? You're just a quirkless loser. The class begins to laugh, but Midoriya seems unfazed. He continues to listen to his teacher and just thinks about if these heroes that live in this society are truly heroic for the right reasons. Class ends and Midoriya goes to head out. Where the hell you think you're going, Deku? Home, Bakugo. Useless nerd, don't even try to get into UA. Honestly, just drop dead like your mother. Midoriya is walking out and kind of flinches at the response, but just continues to walk. Stay calm, Izuku. This is not worth the time. Midoriya is then approached by Angelina, telling him that the God of Earth would like to speak with him. God of Earth, huh? Did he not sense me before this? Not sure, but he wants to speak with you. They both fly to what they call the Lookout, in which is coded by God Ki, so nobody can actually spot it. Midoriya arrives, and a green man is kneeling on his arrival. Deity Midoriya, it is no reason for formalities, just surprised that you requested to meet me. Well, Midoriya, please, if you don't mind, call me Kami. I wanted to speak with you because I know you've been watching over what happens within society, and I wanted to know what you think of it. Midoriya explains to him everything and tells him that the previous god of destruction would have destroyed this place a long time ago. Kami nods in agreement and tells Midoriya if he needs anything, basically for him to fix society, let him know. Thank you, Kami. If that is all, I will be leaving. Midoriya leaves and a sweat drop falls from Kami's head. Wow, we are very lucky this new god is not like the previous. Midoriya heads to his world, and Angelina asks when the entrance exam is. In about 10 months. Plenty of time, honestly, to study and stuff like that. But I most likely won't need to do much of that. Yes, as you wish. I will keep you updated on anything going on. Thank you, Angelina. Before you say anything, I know I don't need to thank you, but still makes the job a little easier. She nods and Midoriya proceeds to study a bit, but then realizes that it's not really needed, and keeps up with his training and his duties as the god of destruction. After about 10 months pass, Midoriya goes to Earth and arrives at the entrance exam. He walks in and sits down, and Bakugo sits next to him, scoffing, saying that a quirkless loser shouldn't be here. Midoriya just ignores him and listens to President Mike. Hello, little listeners! Today we'll have 2 parts of the exam, first being the written, so go to your assigned rooms and take the test. Everyone does so, and Midoriya finds the test, well, extremely easy. I mean, being a deity makes this stuff pretty basic. He finishes quickly and hands it in and walks back to the auditorium. The rest of the students finish and President Mike announces the practical exam. Okay, little listeners, there will be robots to destroy in the practical exam. There will be a 1 point, a 2 point, and 3 point robots to gain. And there will be, as President Mike is about to continue, a boy cuts him off, saying that he actually forgot one, and that it's very unprofessional. The boy then turns to a girl sitting behind Midoriya. And you, if you aren't going to be quiet and take this seriously, then maybe being a hero isn't suited for you. Midoriya then stands up. Listen, blue-haired boy, sit down. You are making things a lot worse. President Mike was already going to explain the last robot, and the girl's muttering was barely hearable. And I'm sitting closer than you to her. Maybe think before you speak out a term next time. The blue-haired boy sits down instantly, honestly in shock. Midoriya sits down as well and turns and smiles at the girl. She tells him thank you. President Mike continues and explains the 0 point robot, but to basically just avoid it. The students are sent to the gates and Midoriya waits for it to open. When it does, he goes flying out. He begins just touching the robots and they just explode, as if he planted a bomb on each one. Up in the teacher's viewing booth. Aizawa, who is that kid? Says his name is Izuku Midoriya, but he's quirkless. Interesting. Can I tell you a story, Aizawa? Sure, Nezu. Well, it was once said that, a long time ago, gods were assigned to look over the universe. But these gods varied from creation, overseers, and even destruction. Okay, but what does that have to do with him? Well, Aizawa, I've done a lot of research, and this boy may be one of those gods. Nezu, those are just myths, I thought. I thought so too, but watch this kid. This isn't just gifted talent. This is no quirk. Like you said, he's quirkless, right? They watch as Midoriya's aura is destroying robots on its own. But why would a god be here? I'm sure he's the one that only knows. But let's send the 0 pointer and ask him after. Midoriya continues flying around until the ground begins to shake. A giant robot arises from the buildings. Oh, this is a little bit overboard. He looks at as everyone is running away, but there's a girl screaming for help. Midoriya heads over and he destroys the rubble and picks her up. Hey, are you okay? She nods and thanks him. He takes her to the side and turns. She tries telling him to not fight the robot, but he looks up. An orb begins basically forming at the tip of his fingertip. And when he flicks his finger, the robot completely disintegrates. Wow, you're really strong. Thank you. Now let's get you to recovery, girl. Midoriya lays her down and leaves, but she yells for him, asking what's his name. He tells her it's Midoriya, and she says her name is Jiro. Midoriya waves and leaves. As he walks, Nezu and Aizawa quickly approach him. Hello, Midoriya. We would like to speak with you. Hello? What do you need? Well, we saw how impressive you were, and we were wondering something about you. Nezu then tells him a story that he heard a long time ago, and that his aura and the pressure he gives off is very similar to that of a god. Midoriya begins to float with his legs crossed. Well, now that you know, I'll have to kill you. Aizawa and Nezu look in shock, but Midoriya just starts laughing. I'm just kidding. Yes, I'm the god of destruction, but anything you have heard about the previous god of destruction does not relate to me. Nezu then tells him why is he acting like a student. Well, I was born in this world, and I would like to see what this society truly is. Frankly, if I wasn't born here, I most likely would have destroyed it a long time ago. Nezu and Aizawa ask why, and he tells them what he has experienced. I am so sorry, deity. No need for that, but I'm here to evaluate. I want to know what a hero school is like, and how truly heroic heroes are, I guess. Well then, Midoriya, you already passed the exam and got the top score, obviously, so you're in. We have dorms if you want to move in. I won't be moving into the dorms, but I will accept your offer to join UA. I will see you when school starts. Angelina appears in front of Midoriya and he waves, and then they disappear to his world. Nezu, I'm going to need a raise after this one. Yeah, no problem, because if we mess up, we'll all be dead anyways. About a week passes, and the first day of UA begins. Midoriya is dropped off at the school by Angelina, and he walks into a door labeled 1A. When he walks in, he sees Katsuki Bakugo, the boy who was bullying him for the last 10 years. Wow, even people like him got in. Interesting. Midoriya walks to his seat and sits down. Aizawa walks in and speaks to the class. Listen up. First off, all of you need to stand up and say your names and quirks. Okay, wake me up when you're done. Everyone does so, and Midoriya goes up last. I am Izuku Midoriya, and Bakugo then cuts him off. And he's quirkless. Midoriya smiles and confirms that he's quirkless. The majority of the class begins to laugh at him, saying how can a quirkless loser get into UA, but there's some people in there that don't actually think like that. For instance, like Momo, Ida, Jiro, people like that where I mean, obviously if you get into UA, you must have some trick up your sleeve. Aizawa wakes up with his eyes wide, yelling at the class to shut up. Midoriya just smiles at him, basically telling him, it's okay. Okay, problem children. Everyone meet me outside. Aizawa in his head, though, begins to think that this is already off to a really bad start. Everyone joins Aizawa, and he tells them that they will be partaking in a quirk assessment test. They all nod, and he pulls out a ball. Okay, first place in the entrance exam, throw this. Bakugo walks up, saying it's obviously him. Here, Midoriya. Aizawa throws Midoriya the ball. Everyone looks in shock at some quirkless loser who can get first. How did you do that, Deku? You must have cheated somehow. Midoriya just ignores him and just smiles and walks away. He launches the ball as far as possible. Aizawa watches the ball fly into space and looks at his tracker. Infinity, That is impressive, Midoriya. Thank you, Sensei. Midoriya walks to the line, and everyone is in complete awe. Aizawa tells them that whoever gets last will be expelled from this school, and everyone panics, but it forces them to try their best. The test is over, and Midoriya got first, with the others falling in line like normal, and Mineta got last. Aizawa tells the class that it was just a logical ruse to make them try their hardest. Midoriya slightly chuckles, and most of the class stares at him, saying that oh, he's a quirkless loser, don't laugh. A girl tries to speak up and say basically to leave him alone, but Midoriya looks at her and basically tells her that it's really not a big deal. The class is dismissed, and the quiet girl catches up to Midoriya. Midoriya, I'm really sorry about the rest of them. It's okay, Jiro. Don't worry about me. I have thick skin. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Midoriya leaves and heads back to his world. Hello, Angelina. Hello, Midoriya. How was school? Good. But unfortunately, heroes in training don't like Quirkless very much. She tells him that he seems to really love this world. Birth World, has a special place in my heart, so I would like to change it, but if I have to, I will do my job as the Destroyer. The next day, Midoriya arrives at UA, and Aizawa introduces the plan. Today, you will all be having a different teacher, and he should be here about now. All Might then busts through the door. I am here, walking through the door like a normal person. Everyone is excited to see All Might, and he tells everyone to get on their hero suits and meet him at Ground Gamma. Midoriya decides to wear his God of Destruction uniform and heads out. He arrives, and All Might greets him. Hello, what is your name? I'm Mazuka Midoriya. Nice to meet you, All Might. Oh, you're the Quirkless student I heard about, right? Midoriya begins to think that this will be a good little test for heroes, basically, depending on what he says. I'm very impressed. You truly are setting an example for everybody who is Quirkless. Midoriya looks in shock. Thanks, All Might. The rest of the class arrives, and All Might announces that they will be doing 1-versus-1 matches as a way of training. And the first match will be Bakugo versus Midoriya. Please go to the city. They both head over. Dumb nerd, I'm gonna kill you. Now begin in 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it for part 1 of this What If. What if Deku was the God of Destruction? If you enjoyed so far, please leave a like and subscribe. And if y'all blow it up enough, then obviously the next part will be out Monday. But the idea is I'm probably going to try to get Video Game Quirk, probably like the finale or the part before the finale, out on Monday. But if y'all want to see this first, I'll do this first. But if y'all want, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like, if I don't do this first, it's going to be Video Game Quirk Monday and then this the next day, or vice versa. So either way, don't matter to me. But comment down below any future suggestions. I actually have a what if in the works right now in terms of a thumbnail. I think I'm done with the thumbnail now, so I have that, but I'm not going to post that for a little bit, or I'm not going to start it for a little bit. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below any future suggestions, or even this suggestion, even the suggestions for this what if. And yeah, that's about it. I hope all of y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Later.